Hi, this is Summer with Summer's Tips and Stitches. Come around this way, baby. And in this video, I've got, well, first I'll show you this because he is ready. This is Flynn wearing his, whoa, he's kicking, wearing his poncho that I made. These are the cute little bear ears. And I think this is a perfect, appropriate little boy poncho. Okay, so that is one of the gifts. This is, I had a whole video where I talked about it. But I wanted to show you guys the things that I crocheted and finished for my family. Now, after I finished them, wrapped them right away, I was like, oh shoot, I can't show anyone, I just wrapped them. But because Flynn wanted to start off the video straight away, here he is and what I crocheted him. The next thing I crocheted him, honey, can you model this for your brother? This is the Noob, N-O-O-B hat. Come here. Come here. And this is a video game that my sons play. And it kind of has this, I mean, look down, buddy. Look down. It kind of has this face. A lot of people would think it's an emoji or a smiley face. But yeah, that's the hat, the Noob. Just a basic hat pattern. And then I crocheted 2 black ovals. And then I just chained and then I sewed it on. So this is a hat I made for Jerry. Okay, thanks, buddy. You don't have to be in the video now. You can go do whatever you want. Just don't bang the camera. The next thing that I have that I finished for Christmas is I finally finished Sprinkles. This is what it looks like. I'm going to be honest, I'm not necessarily thrilled with like the body. I think if I were to do this again, I'd make a few changes. The first thing that I did change is I gave it curly hair. The pattern called for you to cut the hair into lengths and just leave it. And I just thought it'd be cuter. I don't know if I'd necessarily agree anymore, but I thought it'd be cuter to have the curlicues. And then her tail are curlicues. And then basically, I mean, if you remember, I had this finished for weeks. I just had to sew everything on. The ears were fairly decent pattern to follow. The horn is difficult. It is difficult for my ability. And then, like I said, I don't like these short, fat little arms. I understand that the horse is sitting, so his arms are tucked in like this. But I just still think like these bottom ones look bigger. And then basically, it just tells you to sew them on and line them up where they are in the picture. Flynn, you're making this kind of difficult, buddy. Maybe I should scoot this back so you have more room. There you go. So anyway, this is Sprinkles. She is in that crochet magazine. I've referenced her a few times. If when posting this I remember, I will put a link in the description to the other video. But this just came from that crochet magazine. So it's not a free pattern, it was a kit stuck in front of one of those crochet magazines. So that is my third finished object. So these 3 things. Now I did make that curly hat, but I gave it to my sister's kid, my niece. And they've gone to Minnesota, so I can't show you. But I'm sure a lot of you can follow the link. I'll put a link in the description again to the Delaney hat. It's a super cute hat. Okay, so those are my finished objects. I'm going to tuck these on the floor, and I'm not going to pick them up again. Right here. My whip that I'm currently working on is the pattern, and this is actually the first pattern I've actually made from Knit Crate. This is the November membership, and I am making this scarf. Now it's kind of hard to see in the picture. It's actually way prettier than their photograph. No offense if Knit Crate people actually watch this, I doubt they do. This photo does not show the beauty of it. So I'll show you with what I got now, and then I'll tell you what I've changed. Oh, buddy, you need to back up a little bit. So this is what it looks like so far. It's one of, oh, it's all twisted. It's in my my bag from Randy's Random Ramblings. So it goes like this. It's one of these tapered ones. Isn't this beautiful? It starts off thin and it goes big. I'm not gonna be able to have you sit on my lap, buddy. I just don't have room. And it has these cute little bobble stitches along the edge. And it's the pink, I of course dropped my book on the floor. Just one moment. So the yarn that I'm using, I don't know why I feel like I have to tell you guys again, is, oh shoot, the Euro Yarn Sugar Worsted. You know, the ones that we got in the knit crate this month, November, and I got this pink one. It looks very purple in the book, and it comes out with this really awesome, like, pink and black. It's kind of a black, dark pink, and then it has, you can't see it at all in the video, but it has a little, what's that called, stellina, whatever, the little silver flecks. But there are the baubles. Along the whole edge is a bauble. Now what I'm doing to change it, because I don't care for fringe, as you can see, there's a lot of yarn being used for fringe. I don't know, because I don't love fringe. I think if this were acrylic yarn like Red Heart, I'd fringe it up. But I don't want to waste a merino wool, superwash merino, on fringe. So what I decided to do to change it is I used up, because you get 2 skeins in the knit crate, I used up 1 whole skein. I followed their pattern to do essentially 1/2. And then when I finished up that skein, I started the decrease, and I'm using the second. And hopefully my tension is equal and that I finish up pretty perfectly. I guess if it's not exactly with 1 bauble, or if it's 2, if it doesn't end up exactly, nobody will really notice. But that's what I'm doing. I am not gonna tie the fringe. Plus I feel like with being a bigger gal, some of these patterns that are made just look so much smaller on a bigger gal. They work if you're like a size 8 or smaller. But I mean, already I think that with this being, take my hook out here, this being like the center right here, it will wrap around like this real nice, and then I'll have the taper. And then obviously the other half will come around like this. And so I think if you're a bigger gal like me and you don't like fringe, or you just want the scarf to be a decent size, skip the fringe, follow the pattern, and then when you get to 1 skein being finished, I think it's really gonna be nice. So this is my whip. It was real quick. I started crocheting this on Christmas Eve on the drive up to my in-laws. And then I did a little bit on Christmas Day, not much because I was sick on Christmas Day. Yep, I was thrown up and sick. I did a little bit on Christmas Day, like maybe 10 rows. And then I did 1 row today. I started the decrease. So as soon as I'm done making my videos, I'm gonna finish this up. So that is my whip. The next project that I'm gonna do after I finish this is I have another hat request. I made a couple Celtic weave hats for one of the gals I work with at work, for her 2 daughters. A few videos back you may have seen them. They're kind of in a pinky mauve color with a faux fur pom-pom. And then her mom wanted me to make one for her, and I made one for her in this teal color, or this aqua, what do they call it? Teal. And then at the Christmas party, or even on Friday, she's like, hey, my mom would really like you to make one of these hats for my sister. So I'm gonna make another one. Now, if I really should have started this before I started my scarf. But yeah, I'll put a link in the description to the Celtic weave. It is a pattern I found with all of your guys' help on Ravelry. Celtic Dream crochet beanie pattern. I'll show you guys the page of it. There it is. Can you see it all in there? Yeah, it's a fairly good pattern. Easy. Once you really figure out how to do the Celtic weave, it's very easy. So that is the thing that I need to do, that I'm going to be doing after that. And finally, I had a very blessed Christmas with friends and family. I got to see my sister, who I hadn't seen in over a year. Shocking. I mean, for my sister and I, that's rare. But she lives in Minnesota, and we each have 3 kids. And I just started working full time, and so with all of our kids being in school, it hasn't lined up. And we talk a lot on the phone, but we hadn't seen each other. So I had a very blessed Christmas seeing my sister, my nieces, and well, heck, I saw my nephews too, 2 other nephews. And then of course with being sick, I don't know why I said that again. But I did have a very blessed Christmas. I just thought that I would not show you all the things that I got because, you know, I don't want to brag, but also not all of them are yarn. But I did get 2 Hobby Lobby gift cards. And then my husband got me this. Now this, I'm not sure where he got it from. It's called Be Crafty, Have Fun, Be Happy. It was on Amazon. But this is very much like, I believe, the Darn Good Yarn bag that they sell. If you ever watch Zelda NJR3 or Z, you'll see that she had a giveaway with this bag. It comes with an attachable strap so that if you want to carry this, I guess, like a purse, you know, clip it on the sides, you can. Just one moment. And then it has this really fun, cute polka dotted pattern in here. And I think you just stick your tall skeins, like I bet, one of these. You can store those in there. And then there's holes in the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, that you can pull your yarn through. There's slits actually, but I'm pretty sure you just put the 4 yarns through there. And then there's some pockets up front. Look at this, I'm just flapping this all over the place. There's some pockets up here, and there's 4. I would put crochet hooks here, but you could put pens here, or maybe some knitting needles, and then a bigger pocket right here. Little pocket here, some little doodads. Yeah, so this is the bag. Oh, and there's actually some pockets in here on the inside. Can you see those right here? Probably not. So this is the wonderful gift I got for my husband. It was very thoughtful. I also got a Starbucks coffee cup from him. But yeah, those are my yarn or crafting related Christmas gifts. That big bag and 2 gift cards. I feel like this video was a hot mess, and I'm sorry. I may actually, which you won't even know, I may actually re-record it. But I'll watch it over and see how it goes. I feel like sometimes when I have company, it's hectic because I don't pay attention to what he's doing and then I watch it back. But maybe you all think it's hilarious. Or maybe you think I have a monster for a child. But that's it. Yeah, this video may or may not come out before another video that I just recorded in the same shirt. And that's my video where I did the yarn swap for Gypsy Rose. I think I'm caught up now. I'm caught up on sharing the projects that I finished and my WIP and what I will be working on. I did my yarn opening and my Christmas gifts. So now I can just take a little bit of a relax for the next day or 2, and maybe I'll catch you Monday before the new year. Until then, happy crafting.
Happy crafting.
Bye.
Bye.